Hey, how's it going guys? Ricky Summer here, and today I've come back in time to take a look at the new shipbuilding update for Industries of Titan. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Come for the opportunities. Stay for the culture. Bay City.
Okay, welcome back to Industries of Titan. So you may notice that I didn't do an update video for Update 2. That's just because, it didn't really add a lot. It added fuel production. So just real quick, we now actually suck hydrogen or whatever it is from zethane. It's called zethane, presuming that's how you pronounce it. We suck zethane from the air, which is now visually represented with this kind of oily looking fog overlay. That gets turned into fuel, so we haven't got unlimited fuel now, so if it there's like, hang on, how do I put this? It fluctuates, is what I'm trying to say. It does fluctuate. So it's not just like straight up you build a fuel turbine and you got the maximum fuel 100% of the time. It's still piped wirelessly, so that hasn't been updated yet, but that's how fuel works now. And then from that point forward, the rest, you'll be familiar with that if you're familiar with how it ran previously. But let's get to this update now. The new update, Update 3. We now have ships. So I've built a shipyard. I can't enter it currently because it's building a ship. So it's not, listen, it's got like some presets. We'll have a look at a ship in a second, but I just wanted to set up a save right here before our first attack. We're going to attack in 2 minutes. We'll unpause, and I've already got one ship. I've got a small ship here, a hawk. It's called a... I'm not sure why it's marked as a rebel ship, but we have control of it. So you basically just go into the shipyard, you select one of the ships you want to produce. There's like 3 per tier. There's like light, medium, heavy. You have to unlock the last 2 in each tier, and then a ship comes out. You have to assign it crew. Well, it happens automatically, but, it takes up some of your employees. So you'll note down here, I do believe that this ship, the Osprey, is not building currently because it only has 2 of 3 employees on board. So I'm going to have to up my... Are we still paused? I'm going to have to up my employees in order to get that going. So, how would I do that in the 2 minutes? Look, we don't need them. We don't need the Osprey right now. You know what I'll probably do? Oh, God. You know what? I mean, how much power do I have? I've got 6 surplus. I can, hang on, population. I can get away with building a conversion center. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I can get away with that. Put it right there. Okay, as you can see, roads in full effect. Okay, so I don't know where they're coming from, but we've got 1 turret, and we've got a ship to protect the other side of it. I'm ready. Conversion center. Okay, we'll speed up time here. And any second now, we'll be seeing rebels on the horizon. So we've also got, I believe, in the last update, a new pollution map. So that's a little clearer now. We've also got, as of the last update, logistics production. It's in production air purifiers. So you can now kill or at the very least upset your employees by polluting their living areas. So we have to strategically place air purifiers to make sure that they don't die. Okay, here we go. Let's slow down here and let's go attack. Okay. I'm ready. What does it look like? Give it to me. Are we shooting? Yeah. There we go. Yes. And we've also got a new photo mode, which is fantastic. Even just for me, for making thumbnails. Okay. How do we go up and down here? Left, WADS, arrow movement, vertical movement is Q and E. There we go. So we can get some really nice shots up into the sky sort of there. So that's not, that's a nice little addition too. They're adding a lot to the game in each update. But it's mostly like small things. The reason, this is partially the reason I didn't do an update video for update 2. it's it's slow going. It's like I've said before. I feel like the devs have really front loaded the game with atmosphere. Looks, sounds amazing. You'll notice there's now snow that shows up occasionally, which is a great touch. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing, but the gameplay aspects, they're just coming out in dribs and drabs. So honestly, I think like we've come to the conclusion of the video pretty early on in the video here. My answer on whether you should go out and buy this right now is unfortunately the same. I think it's still a wait and see. I'm still captivated by it. It's got huge potential, but there's not a hell of a lot in the game currently. So I'm going to self-destruct. 3 workers died. Oh shit. Okay, so that straight up kills workers. You heard it here first. All right, that's fine, but it still opens up slots to create new workers here. So we might. I think we're gonna have to hire not hire, but bring in more citizens. So that's fine, but yeah, we'll restock with workers and we'll get that bigger ship up and running, and then I can actually show you the ship construction. So the devs have said when they were teasing shipbuilding and ship combat, they said that you can build your own ships. I don't believe that's currently in the game as of yet. You can just let me rephrase. They said you can design your own ships. What I mean by build your own ship is actually like decide where everything goes. I don't think that's currently in the game. I haven't heard anything about them pivoting and deciding not to do that, so I don't think that's an issue. That's probably just a feature that's coming, later on. And they've also mentioned that space combat was going, or ship combat rather, was going to be akin to FTL, and that doesn't seem to be in the game either. I mean, we'll double check. Like, how would we double check that? Maybe like we can enter the ship. You know how we can enter buildings? Maybe we can enter the ship, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, so we've got a ship built. Supports 2 ships, so we can build another one, can we? I don't know. Let's launch it. Maybe it means 2 ships in the air it supports, and then after that, yeah, here we go. Okay, so now we've got the Osprey. And yeah, we can't enter it. So it seems like for the moment, we're just moving it around. Right-clicking to attack, really very simple. So it's basically a mobile turret, Let's repair everything here while we're at it. Conversion center. Let's go converting. We're not really hurting for money right now anyway. Can we bring in anyone else? No. No one as of yet, but we'll get there. Okay, but you know what the beauty of this is? Like, we can use ships to scout, right? Right? No, we can't. Okay, that's good to know, right? So that's a little bit of a shame, but I think I understand the reasoning. This would negate expansion. It would make expansion a lot easier and quicker. So maybe this is a choice they're making early game. Sorry, like during the early access period, just to like sort of gate off end game. I don't know if this is something they're going to keep, but as of right now, it seems that you cannot explore with ships. So just a reminder that normally the way you would explore is by building. Let's unlock the command center. By building a command center to extend your vision and extend your building influence, because as it stands, the headquarters only has a certain radius in which you can build in. Anyway, let's jump into the shipyard here, and it works just like entering any other building. You come up with this nice CRT display, which is a little bit trippy, but I very much enjoy it. Okay, left click to rotate. So we've got level 1, level 2, and level 3. So we can build one of, like the first one of each level. The others we have to unlock, and we can unlock them. So just out of curiosity, like what have we got? Weapons, large lasers, Gatling, medium lasers, small lasers, large... okay, so see how it works? So we've got... okay, so it's like... how do I put this? You've got small, medium, and large in 3 levels, right? So small lasers, medium lasers, large lasers. Small, medium, large. Small, medium, large. And then it's just like the actual size of the hull. So if we go for a large, we've got to pay 900 credits to build that. It seems like for the moment they all require 3 employees, which is fine. And there's no way that I can tell. Ship interior customization will come in a later update and will allow interior view combat. There you go. There's your answer. So let's construct the biggest ship we've got. I want to see it. I need to see it in my world. We'll speed up time here. And we should have enough employees. We could also make enough employees. We got space for 2 more citizens. I wonder if there's almost like, I mean, this is not how it works, but I wonder if there's almost like a Starship Troopers style citizen versus employee, you know, like civilian versus citizen, you know, you get it. Anyway, so of course, you know, the shipyard will connect to the road network, which is great. So all the resources, this particular ship costs 72 minerals, and all those resources are being pumped over via trucks, which is great. As you can see, we didn't need a big... Does this need... Oh, that's probably built up with rubbish, huh? Because we're so focused on ship construction. We didn't need to build a big city to get this going. And this seems like a really like simple layout that you can set up. There's... Like, I could make this more efficient. I was informed last time I streamed this that I was doing I was setting up power in a less than efficient manner, so this is I'll mention this just out of anyone who's interested, who's really into min-maxing. So building at least currently, the way the game is currently set up, building an energy plant is easy and maybe the cheapest option, but it's not the most efficient. The most efficient option is to actually build a factory and then using small generators, because they're the most efficient in terms of space to energy ratio. Using small generators, you set up this very specific layout that maximizes all the floor space you have in a factory, and then you produce fuel externally and you pump it into the factory, and you pump power out of the factory to all the other buildings, and that's the most efficient way to do it. But, you know, who's got time for that, you know? So, 2 employees and we're good. We're good to go. Okay, you ready to launch the big boy? You ready to launch him? Let's go. And there we go. We got ship supported 2 of 2. So, I'm expecting to not be able to build any more ships after this. So, it doesn't seem to... There we go. Hang on. Let's enjoy this while it lasts, right? Let's enjoy it. Can we see the engines light up? Oh, the engines are at the back. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's a big chonkus, right? That is what we in the biz refer to as a large chonkus. I gotta say, though, with the addition of ships, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to defend the city. Because, you know, at a certain point, unless what, like, you've... It might be a decent strat to, like, build way out there and have little turret outposts to protect the city from being damaged during a fight. That might be a strat too, but it's also kind of hard to do early on. So the first few fights, you're going to be repairing your city. And yeah, I know you can burrow, and I didn't burrow that time just because I didn't think we needed to. You can burrow, but it doesn't protect. Burrowing doesn't protect roads. You know, we can burrow right now, and it uses credits to do it, right? So often I'll find that at the end of a fight, even if they haven't damaged the roads, like they haven't targeted the roads, the rebel ships will fall apart. They'll crash on the roads and destroy the roads, and it's tedious, man. I'm pretty sure there's also now rubble. That might have been in the last update. So, yeah, I think they destroy differently. Is that right? Can we... What if we dismantle... No. Dismantling won't do it. It has to be destroyed. Anyway, so there you go. That's ships for you. That's ships. It's, look, I really, really like this game, and I like what it could be, you know, and I like what I do believe it's going to be. I don't expect it to fall apart and not live up to expectations, honestly. I think they're taking their time, and I think ultimately, in the end, that's going to be a good thing. Do I think maybe they released a little early? Possibly, yeah, possibly. But as potentially frustrating as it is, that the updates are like little dribs and drabs here and there, I think on the whole, it's I think I'm gonna view it optimistically, you know. But this is cool. We got ships now. They're not fully featured, but they're out there. I think it's gonna make, especially early game, city defense a lot simpler. I mean, let's go over to military here. So it unlocks just like everything else, you know. So you could potentially unlock it as like the first, the very first structure if you want. Maybe wouldn't recommend it. You need a smokestack. But yeah, you can unlock it really early. It uses 8 energy currently. There doesn't seem to be any way to upgrade it as of yet, but I assume that you will be able to upgrade it. Otherwise, currently, if you want more ships, you just build another shipyard. And it's as simple as that. But yeah, this is great. I love that it doesn't require you to get to like a high level city to build it. So it's just like integrated, just part of how you're building up your city, part of the regular early gameplay, which is great. So like I said, it's going to make early defense, I think, a lot easier, potentially. It's because if you're thinking about balance here, like what would the alternative be? Well, they got 3 employees in each ship, right? Regardless of size. I don't know if that's going to change, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But you got 3 employees per ship, so you could build 3 turrets, because don't forget that a turret requires an employee. So you could just build 3 turrets. That being said, ships are mobile, right? So Citizen Varn has died from sickness, yeah, because I haven't got air purification. That's a whole other thing. You know, we could build an air purifier there, which I might do, actually. But yeah, you know what? I think the value of ships is clear. They're movable, you know. So could you conceivably run a defense with no turrets? Maybe. And you know, when I was talking about before about setting up outposts to have turrets way far away from your city, so any crashing ships don't damage your city, maybe that's the use of ships. You know, you like, for example, we got rebels coming from up here, so you send your ships over to intercept them. Maybe that's the strat. Then you got a couple turrets here and they're providing fire support. Hey, I'm into it. I can deal with that. That's very cool. But yeah, I think honestly, I don't know. I can't quite picture how the flow of the game is going to feel once you can actually enter the ship and command individual modules, presumably FTL style. But I'm interested to see it. I think it's a weird, wild idea, and I'm very curious to see it. It's a very interesting game. It's shaping up to be a very interesting game, because it's like, I mean, you could just have this layer, this top layer right here, and have it be a bog standard city builder, and that would be fine. I think with the aesthetic, I think it'd be very interesting. I'd quite enjoy it. But then you can go into the HQ, you know, and you can build in there. You can build a factory and have little modules and set them up how you want and be more efficient. You can hopefully eventually design your own ships and then go inside them to command them individually. It's an interesting collection of ideas, and I'm here for it. Okay, so will there be an update video for update 4? We'll see. Depends what's added and if it's worth making a video about. So you'll see, look, this is a shorter video because we've sort of covered everything that's needing to be covered, just like in with update 2. it wasn't really worth making a video just because there wasn't a whole lot added. But to reiterate, we got ships now. We've got fuel turbines which actually suck zethane from the air, and we've got air pollution. So we need to build purifiers to protect our citizens, and or build residential structures well away from smokestacks. I mean, currently, what have we got? We've got what, poor quality, poor or okay, just across the board because we're just pumping out all this crap. Anyway, so there you go. That's update 3 of Industries of Titan. Let me know if you've been playing it. I think there are a few people who are like just like going hard on Industries of Titan based on some of the knowledge bombs that have been dropped in my chat whenever I've streamed it. So there are people who are all on board with this game, and I'm glad it's getting, you know, some attention because I think it deserves it. I think it's flying under the radar, and I understand why, because it's, you know, like I keep saying, just content in dribs and drabs. But there you go. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of update number 3. And I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer, out.